confidence in his work. I mean,
sir, we've been ripped off more times than a Velcro sweater. Trying to keep up.
I think it's great. I mean, you know, when Peter Jackson came out with Lord of the Rings, and I'm looking at an interview with him, I'm thinking, I've met him. And so I asked somebody, what else has he done? And of course he did Bad Taste. And I was at a convention in LA years ago, and I was producing a film. I was trying to, I thought I'd raised the money, and I was starting to look for a crew and, you know, to get this film done. And a short guy with a lot of hair from New Zealand shows up at my table in the bar.
There's a phrase you don't
and
know.
Says, hands me a tape and says, this is a film I made. I'd be really interested in directing your movie. And I took it home and watched it, and I thought, this is the most brilliant thing I've ever seen. And it was Bad Taste. It was Peter Jackson. And he apparently was newly in the States from New Zealand.
See, the key to it is that people ask me, like, Devil's Rejects, great film, a lot of friends in it. What's the difference between Rob Zombie and a fanboy? And I always answer, a checkbook. You know, because a lot of young filmmakers are people that are able to, that have the monetary means, they get to film their fantasies. You know, but that's the deal. You know, oh, I'm going to remake Chainsaw, I'm going to remake Psycho, I'm going to remake Gone with the Wind, whatever it is.
I mean, I don't like the fact, I don't like it when people want to, you know, if you were here for the earlier panel, you know, I won't go into it as much, but, you know, it doesn't please me when people want to remake a movie, whether it's Chainsaw Massacre or Psycho or Halloween. But on the other hand, I'm very complimented when someone who's a fan of chainsaws wants to pay homage to chainsaw. You know, when fans are inspired, when people are inspired by a movie we've been involved with, and use it as the starting point for their ideas. That's wonderful. You know, I can't. I mean, I'm thrilled to hear that Peter Jackson was inspired by Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I had never heard
It doesn't thrill us when, what's his name?
Oh, I don't know. Michael Mann.
Michael Bay. It doesn't please us when Michael Bay is sitting around in the back room talking to some guys who related this story to us that, well, Michael did the newest Chainsaw because it lost $42 million on Pearl Harbor. He had to do something.
Well, I mean, there are all kinds of reasons they give for doing the new Chainsaw. One of them, which I love. Well, you know, the reason is that there's so many young people who have heard of the Chainsaw Massacre but have never had an opportunity to see it. So we're going to make this movie for them. So I'm thinking, let me get it straight. Any teenager can rent the movie and get it on a DVD and watch it. But they can't go to see the new Chainsaw Massacre until it comes out on DVD because it's rated R. So and then I'm thinking, boy, that's a really good made-up reason.
My friend John Brown last week said, I mean, he at least weekly comes up with something that sticks in my head. Said that remakes are indicative of the demise of American culture. I was like, whoa, can I use that sometime?
Yeah, and whoa, what does it mean?
Yeah. Just that nobody has an original thought anymore.
I think remakes show you that the person is both lacking imagination and greedy. Are we bitter?
No.
Not really. We're not bitter because look where this voyage has taken us. We get to sit in a nice room like this with a bunch of nice folks like you who talk crazy. It doesn't get any better.
Thank you all.